Alright, how's everybody doing? This is Matt. It's been a really long time for any types of beer reviews that I've been doing lately. As many of you know, I just got back from Israel just about a week or so ago. It's been about 5 days. I got back last Friday, and just trying to get myself back on to North America time as opposed to Israeli time, which is a 7-hour difference. So it's been tough to really get myself motivated to do any beer reviews, but I got one for you tonight, and I also like to kind of highlight some of the beers that I was so lucky to pick up when I was in Israel as well, and I brought them back home with me. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beers that I picked up over there, but I won't be doing any of these beers tonight as a review. I have a special beer to review tonight that I've had in the I guess, cabinet for a while, so I figured it was high time to do one of those things. So just to highlight some of these beers that are coming up, first I'm going to highlight the actual Israeli beers that I picked up, actually from Israel. The first one is called Gold Star. Now this is a dark lager beer that is specifically made in Israel by Israelis in their plants and everything like that. And on the other hand, we have the Maccabi beer. Now this is a lighter beer. Now this prides itself on being an old malt beer. Now I had these beers in Israel. I had several clubs, several bars. They're not great. Israel's not really known for their craft beer, I guess you could say. But these, you could say, are specifically from Israel. Can't find them in the States. You can only get them over there. And something that's also interesting about Israel and their brewing is that Carlsberg, as many of you know, Carlsberg is a Danish brewery, I believe. One of their biggest breweries in the entire world is actually in Israel. So a lot of Carlsberg beer actually comes from Israel, in case you didn't know that. Other beers I picked up, I picked up a Gordon's Finest Gold. Now this is a blonde beer. This is a beer from Belgium. I've never seen this in the States either. And I've also picked up 2 different Tuborg beers. Now these are also both Danish beers. This is the red. I believe it's probably going to be a red ale. And now this is the green, which it can't be a green ale. It's just going to be a standard ale, I believe. I also picked up this one called Eagle Beer. Now this is a can. It's in a 16-ounce can. This is a strong dark lager beer. The ABV is 6.3%. So that's going to be really interesting. The guy who actually sold this to me in a convenience store was like, yes, it's American beer, and they sent it to Israel. And it's like, I've never seen this one time in America at all. But it was really cheap, so that was good. And the last one I got here is Barbar, and this is also a Belgian beer. This comes in at 8% ABV. So just to highlight some of the beers that are coming up in my special Israeli welcome back home, that type of beer reviews coming up soon. But tonight's beer is, I saw Roger do this beer a little bit ago. I didn't really get his whole take on the beer and what he thought about it, but I thought I'd give my 2 cents about it. Now this is the Lagunitas, the WTF, the Wilco Tango Foxtrots, a multi-robust jobless recovery ale. Now this is coming in at 7.83% ABV, and I love Lagunitas. It's probably one of my favorite breweries right now in the United States. They come out of California. They're always kind of pushing the limits of hoppiness in beers and just coming up with a lot of exceptional stuff out on the West Coast. I would say them and Stone are probably the top 2 beers on the West Coast that are putting out quality craft beer. So drinking out of this glass, I don't think I've ever drank out of this, but I figured this looked like an ale glass, so I figure I'm going to drink out of this one tonight. And you guys will be seeing video of Israel very, very soon. And if you notice, I do have a hat on tonight, and this hat was given to me by one of the I met quite a few soldiers in the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force, and he was buying gifts for the people who were in our group and everything like that, and he ended up giving me one of these dope-ass hats, military hat and everything like that. I had a badge, but somebody stole my badge. It was supposed to be the badge from his actual unit that he is in the IDF. Great experience. Those guys are great. we talk about all the soldiers that are fighting here in the United States, and everything's based on a actual, voluntary basis. In Israel, when you're 18 years old, you have to be in the military. If you want to be an Israeli citizen, if you're 18, you get out of high school and you try to dodge the army, you will be thrown in jail. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you are 18, you have to join the military minimum of 3 years. If you want to do an officer program, it's usually about 5 years. So, a lot of respect to those kids out there, younger than me. I'm only 26. So I'm talking to kids that are 21 years old, who are probably fighting one of the more dangerous regions in the entire country. So, this one's for them. It's not an Israeli beer, but it's one of my favorite breweries. So this is for all my buddies that I made friends with during my Israeli experience, or Israel experience. So, cheers. Woo! As you can see, very dark. It's very dark brown. I wouldn't call it amber or anything like that. Not a lot of bubbles coming out of the top, but it was a nice head on top of it. Nice frothy head sticking around for a while. It's got being that it's almost 8%, you are getting that sweetness from the alcohol. And as all Lagunitas beers for the most part are, it is quite hoppy. Not as hoppy as some of the other ones I've had by them. I just recently had the Lucky 13 Red Mondo Ale. This kind of reminds me of that, except this is not as high in alcohol, and the Mondo was way hoppier than this, but this is actually quite a pleasant beer.
Hey, Matt.
Hey.
Hey, you two.
Hey, it's Nicole.
That looks good. Can I try?
Yeah, you want to have some of this? I don't know if you'll like it, though.
I don't know. It looks kind of scary.
Don't be scared of the beer.
It just sounded so good the way you described it. I wanted to try it.
That's what I do. I trick people. You think? No?
I don't know.
Well, you gotta taste it now.
I gotta try it now, right?
That's not a sip.
Well, that's not bad.
You like that?
It's actually... I could probably only have a little bit.
Yeah, probably a little... Well, I got a little bit left in here. Oh, is that enough for you, though?
Yeah.
No?
Not up my alley, I guess.
No, what is it, too bitter, too sweet for you?
It's, no, it's got a good balance. It's just a little, pungent, I guess.
Pungent? Pungent how?
It's got a sharpness to it that kind of is,
something
that I can't drink a lot of. Not a session beer.
Not a sessionable beer. No,
right,
I wouldn't call this a sessionable beer, because especially if you had one or two of these, you'd probably be on your ass.
Yeah.
You know, this is clocking in at like nearly 8% ABV.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot.
Don't worry, we'll find a beer you like soon.
Yeah, we'll find one.
Yeah. All right, that's Nicole's cameo for tonight. She'll be back in more videos coming soon to Beers and Beards. By the way, this is still Beers and Beards with Matt, and as you can see, the beard is long now. This is probably the longest I've had this beard in quite a while. I mean, and plus the fact 10 days in Israel, I did not even touch this beard, so it's probably a little out of control right now. But I'll be showing you guys some more stuff I picked up through Israel, gifts and different stuff, kind of giving you a lowdown. Like I said before, there are going to be a lot of videos that I'll be posting and kind of making a compilation of the stuff I did out there in Israel.